To continue with our Bose comparison, we are going to interview some of our clients who are hearing aid users. We are going to let them listen to the Bose device. We are going to let them listen to 2 other devices in that price point, the intro level device. The Bose device, they're going to be programming them by themselves on their apps on their phones. The other 2 devices, the Signia and the Unitron, they have been programmed here with the client's audiogram so that those hearing aids are custom programmed per loss. The Bose devices will be programmed by the clients themselves. Now, rather than just tell you what the clients have decided, which we'll do, we're going to let you listen to the devices as well. So, this is the Bose device, and I have these programmed so that they sound as close to the Signia as I can get them, and we're going to let you listen to them in a couple of different listening environments. Now I'm going to put one in so I can tell you what we're listening for. Our first environment is going to be just a quiet room. All right, you are now listening through the Bose device, and in this quiet room, I want you to listen to what I hear as kind of a fry sound. That is the internal noise of the hearing aid. It is a machine, and it does make a noise just by virtue of being turned on. And again, it sounds like a little fry sound. I'm going to be quiet so you can hear that. I think we have a little traffic in there as well. Okay, this is just a quiet room. Now, conversation in a quiet room. I am going to have a conversation, not with myself, but I'd like you to listen to the sound quality of the words. Some of the sounds I want you to listen to are the ends of words. All right? So, Alex.
Yes.
What are you going to be doing this weekend?
This weekend, I'll probably end up painting my son's room. We've been painting it to look like Spider-Man. So with Spider-Man being his favorite superhero, we've got blues and reds and whites. So he's pretty excited.
All right, specifically to our viewers, I'd like you to listen to the S's. Now, I'm going to have Alex tell me about Spider-Man again, and I want you to pay specific attention to the S's and the T's. Those are some very high frequency sounds, and I would like you to pay attention to how those sounds come across in the Bose product.
Sam has really gotten hooked onto Spider-Man, and he has asked that I paint his room as a Spider-Man motif. So I'm going to be painting a mural that's going to have Spider-Man and a few other characters also from the series. And Sammy is very excited.
Okay, fantastic. This is the Signia product. So, in a quiet room, again, I'm going to have you listen to the intrinsic noise of the machine. You will notice that you can still hear that fry sound of the hearing aid, that very soft, just tiny little staticky. What I think you will notice is that the level of the static in the Signia product is much lower than the level of static intrinsic noise in the Bose product. And now we'll have a conversation in the quiet. Again, when I ask Alex a question, I would like you to pay specific attention to the S's and the T's and the F's, those high frequency sounds. Alex.
Yes.
Tomorrow is Thursday.
Yes.
What kind of activities do you all have on Thursday?
Thursday is pretty much just a normal work day and a normal afternoon at home. Usually it's work, come home, spend time with my toddler and get him ready for bed, and then it's time to play around with my 7-year-old. Sometimes he wants to play video games or board games. Then he's off to bed, and then I get some time to spend with the wife, which usually is working a puzzle, and then it's off to bed.
All right. Thank you, Alex. That was fantastic. Yes, we are both talking so that you can listen to both of our voices. Female voices are different than male voices, even though those high-frequency sounds, S, TH, F, all of those sounds are produced the same way and don't have a lot of difference if I say s, s, sh, sh, or you hear Alex say s, sh, sh. They sound pretty much the same, even though male voices and female voices are different. But what I'm hoping you notice in this demonstration is that you are still hearing those high-frequency sounds, but they are not as harsh or metallic as we noticed in the Bose product. Now we are going to listen to the Unitron hearing aid. And we will first start with the quiet little fry sound. And you will notice that this hearing aid has a very noticeable fry sound. It is more so than the Signia. I don't think it's quite as much as the Bose. I'll probably have to listen to these again. But there is the intrinsic noise of the Unitron device. So, Alex.
Yes.
You've mentioned Sammy.
I have.
Do you have another son?
I do. His name is Jensen. He is going to be turning 2 in February.
That's ridiculous.
And he is very much a daddy's boy, but he is quickly turning into a Nana and Papa's boy. He loves to go visit his grandparents.
I think you all could notice in Alex's response to my questions, our high frequencies are absolutely noticeable. We are definitely getting crisp, clear, sharp speech. These high frequencies are a little more intense than the Signia. They are not nearly as tinny as the Bose. So that is quiet conversation and the hearing aids in quiet. I'd like you to listen to the S's. Now, I'm going to have Alex tell me about Spider-Man again.
We've been painting it to look like Spider-Man. So with Spider-Man being his favorite superhero, we've got blues and reds and whites. So he's pretty excited.
I would like you to pay specific attention to the S's and the T's and the F's.
Usually it's work, come home, spend time with my toddler, and get him ready for bed, and then it's time to play around with my 7-year-old. Sometimes he wants to play video games or board games.
A little more intense than the Signia. They are not nearly as tinny as the Bose.
His name is Jensen. He is going to be turning 2 in February.
That's ridiculous. All right, now we've got a little bit of basketball game in the background. And this TV is not really terribly loud. It's not really terribly loud at all. As a matter of fact, if my family was watching basketball, it would be louder. So you're hearing my voice, and you're hearing the TV noise. This again is the Bose. Alex, I'd like you to talk to me.
Okay, we are hoping, even though I don't like cold weather, I do like snow. And I know that my son very much wants to go play out in the snow. He likes to build snowmen and throw snowballs, and we haven't had a chance this winter, so he's hoping for a good snow day.
All right, what I am wanting to pay attention to in this particular setup is I'm looking at directionality and speech understanding in the face of background noise. Now I've got the Bose hearing aid pointed toward Alex, and the rear mics are pointed toward the TV. I'm also wearing one of the Bose devices so that I can tell you what I want you to listen to. Now what I would love for you to hear is when that Alex talks, his voice is separated from the background noise. Alex, go ahead and tell me a little nursery rhyme or something.
Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go.
Okay, I am not hearing any separation between the background noise and Alex's voice. And that's rather disappointing because that's one of the things that the Bose device was supposed to be able to do. Alex, where is your telephone, your cell phone? All right, where is the... All right, just so that you all know the difference between the front focus and the everywhere. Okay, where we are now is called everywhere. That's no focus at all. Go ahead and say it again.
Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow.
And this is what the Bose app calls as front focus.
Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow.
Okay, that's rather disappointing. This is the Signy in the background noise. All right, now here I again want to draw your attention to being able to separate Alex's voice from the background noise. Go ahead, Alex. Mary had a little lamb.
Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow.
All right, what we are noticing here, and what I'm hoping you're noticing as well, is that when Alex starts talking, the background noise, though it is loud, does not overwhelm Alex's voice. Go ahead.
Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow.
In this particular device, we are noticing a separation between voice and background noise. In the previous device, in my ear, things sounded pretty much mixed together. So here we are with the Unitron device, and I just want to share with you the difference in sound quality between what I consider my first program, which is everyday all-around listening, and you can see, or you can hear in my voice, that those final consonants are very harsh, they're very tinny. We turn it back into the second program, and this would be our noise program. Alex, go ahead and give us a little Mary had a little lamb.
Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow.
Now on this particular program, my directionality is facing forward to Alex. Alex, say that again for me.
Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow.
We are aware that the noise is behind us, but we are also very much aware that Alex is speaking to us from directly in front of us. One more time, Alex.
Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow.
You'll also know that the high frequencies, those end consonants, they are not nearly as tinny and harsh as we were previously.
Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow. So I've shared with you the differences that we are listening for between the Bose and then the two intro-level products that we have decided to let our clients evaluate. We are looking for natural sound quality, tinny, harsh, high frequencies, and does the directionality, does that noise reduction actually work? We've given you a little taste of what we're hoping that our clients will be able to give us a much fuller, much broader picture of. And then we'll share that with you as well.